Hi, welcome to Studio Pixel. In this tutorial, we're going to learn a very basic feature of Autodesk Maya. Though this is a very basic features, but this is a very essential for any kind of professional approach. Like whenever you are working on a project, you need to store your information or files, in this case, in such a manner so that the other persons who are also involved, or even if you are working only you can also find your files or necessary files whenever you want from a very precise manner. Now for that thing, Maya has one option that is called project window. Now that's where the project window comes to play, and this will actually store the information and files in a very professional manner so that whenever you want some information you can get it from a very simple clicks. Now if I click on the project window, you will see a few options over here. The first option, that is the current project, that is the name of the project folder that will be given to him, and the location where it is has been saved. Now that is irrelevant in case of if you create any kind of projects, because if you create a project directory you can copy that and entirely shift the entire information towards another system so that you can easily access them. Now other than these two information, you will have four other information, that is called primary project location, secondary project location, translator data location, and custom data location. Now we'll start with the primary project. Now what is the primary project locations? Now primary project locations shows you the priority information that will be stored during the projects, like scenes, templates, images, source images, and rendered data, particle clips, etc. Now these are the main or basic requirement of your any kind of project, and you can also have the options to edit them according to your naming convention that you want. But remember that using the default is always very good, because that is one kind of that is accepted throughout the industry maybe. But in a case where your production is actually depending or creating any kind of specialized or unique naming system, in that case you have to maintain that, and that's where the project directory comes to play. Now for that reason, first and primary scenes, like scenes where you can save your normal raw files like models and model files, the raw Maya data .mb, Maya binary data, or maybe .ma, or Maya ASCII. So those are the scenes. And images are whenever you are actually rendering the your project, it will save into the images. And source images generally comes to play when you are calling any kind of textures, external textures. That's actually stored in the source images folder. Now as first of all, I have to create a one single directory that is will be customs. Like go to the project window and you can click new. Now the moment you hit new, you can see that my last project name has been changed to new underscore project, and I can also set my location wherever I want. Now if I want mine to my desktop, I can be in desktop, and if I wanted to in the my computer or any other kind of drive, that is also I can set. Like here I can create a new folder. Now I will name this a example underscore project. Fine. Rename this example project and I select it. Now under this example project, I have to create a new folder that will be named project window. Fine. Now after that, I have to select my primary project locations. Now as I says earlier, that primary project locations are where your the main data will be shared. After that, if you want to relocate any other location for your project data, you can change it by clicking this browser option from that a little window onto that. But if you don't want to change, you can just type a different kind of name, or any kind of naming conventions or particular naming type that you want to follow, that you can type over here. After that, go to the secondary project location. This is also very important, but this is a sub project or sub directory for these primary locations. Now let's say it's called scenes, and if I want to change any kind of offline edits, that will be under the scenes. There will be a project directory called edits, that will be under the scenes folder. So that will those kind of offline edits will be saved under the scenes edits. And also you can find other informations regarding the subfolders. Like if you want to save the mental array files, you will save under the render data and into the mental array folders. And also you can, if you want any kind of custom shaders, that will be saved on the render data, under the render data on shaders. So these are the information that Maya has already built up for your purpose. Like if you want to export your obj data, if you want to export a model, your model to an obj format, obj will be go to the data name folder. So these are the things that is the important. If you want to change, like if you want to change the Maya ASCII not into the scene but under the scene MA, you can rename a new folder. For that you can have to create edit. That's a use defaults option, and I want to edit. I want Maya ASCII files to be saved in name called MA, and the Maya binary files will be saved as MB. That I can do. I can change them MA and MB. I will later accept, and it will show you that that folders has been created. And right now, just move on to the next section. I will just show you what is actually what will be the outcome of this edit. Now next comes the translation. Now these translations are very important because these were the data you are going to share with other project members or any kind of other projects or maybe other persons. Like here you can see there are lots of short notes about JT_DC, PTC_DC. These are the file formats: IGS, DWG, DXF. These are the file formats. But what is the DC stands for? This DC stands for the direct connect option. Now direct connect is a system that where you can actually share your file information to peer-to-peer. Now that's where the networking comes to play. Whenever you are under a network and you want to share some information through the direct connect, you can share those informations or file formats or files, different kind of files, through these folders. This is actually dedicated to that particular exporting options, where you are exporting it to a FBX or anim or maybe FBX file format or whatever you want. So that actually by default go to the data folder. Even if you want to edit into some customized way, you can do it from here. Okay, so and the last one, that is our custom data locations. Now here you can actually create something new. You want something new file rule, add a new file rule, rename those, and you can add, like say I want a texture underscore JPG file formats, and I want add into somewhere else, in not in the source images, maybe under the source images. I can create a let's see source images, and I can create a new folder named JPGs. Okay, now hit select, and you can see under the source images and JPGs, it will be the folder which will actually create the text JPG. So that's how we can change or create any kind of new file rule that I really want. And even if you don't need it, you just just delete those options that you can do. But the by default options you cannot change or delete. You can just rename those, but you cannot delete them. So these are the very important one that will help you. Now let's see what is actually happened to MA and MB options. Let's say I had accept this option. Remember, I have my project directory under the D example project, and my project name is project underscore window. And I have said to Maya that save my Maya ASCII files to scenes under the MA folder, and the Maya binary file to the scenes MB folders. Now just accept. Okay, so now as my project directory has been created, now if I create any object, you can see, and try to save it, like move in the save scene, you can see under the project that I have created, that is project window, there has been a scenes folder, and under the scenes folder I have created differentiated two different folders, as one is MB and MA. So that has been already been created for me, and I just have to go into the folder and just have to save that. So that will be my just save it, name a test score M Maya binary 01. Fine. So that will be my MB file that has been saved. Okay, now if I want to put a shader on it, like say I have put a Lambert, and into the Lambert I want the texture as a file texture, and when I want to browse this file texture, you can see that it will take me to the specific folder that is named source images. So that's how the entire project has been actually settled or set by the Maya itself, so that you don't have to bother about where to save the files and how to access them, where to find your data, where to find the exact file information, the exact file type that you want to access. That has been all been sorted out in a very professional manner. So in this case, you can just have to keep in mind that while you are actually saving your files, few things will be taken care automatically by the software, and few things you have to remember where to put your exact files. So hope you understand this and use this project directory option for in Maya for your professional works, or even make it a practice, so that whenever you are in a production house, you don't have to bother about maintenance of the files in a different way. So hope you enjoy this and understand. Please use this option. This is very useful, and thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, and also like the Facebook pages in Studio Pixel, and also follow us in the Twitter. So thank you very much.